It's Adrian here and welcome to a new Clash Royale episode. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how I finished top 58 in the world, as you can see here, with PEKKA Bridge Spam. I use this new version. Actually, last season, we couldn't use the new Evo Battle Ram. So for this season, I think this deck, especially like PEKKA Bridge Spam, will be pretty strong if you use the right cards. So I'm gonna show you one of these were like my last games for the last season. As you can see here, we beat so many good players also from the top 50 in the world, but we also got a pretty intense match against Aragon. You might know him. He's also an English YouTuber. He finished top 96 in his main account, and this game was absolutely crazy, and you're gonna see how to beat actually one of the hardest matchups for PEKKA Bridge Spam, which is Expo, because you know they cycle like so fast. So we start the game here. As you can see, I already knew what he had because I think this is most of the times this is the only deck that this guy plays. And of course, he's pretty good. So I just pick at the bridge against Expo. That is pretty good, especially in single elixir, because especially if they waste skellies, they won't really have something to defend the Expo. And if they do, that will be overcommit, because most of the times you will have a sap or you will have arrows to kill all the spammy units. And of course, P.E.K.K.A. like 2 or 3 shots the knight, and they can't afford. And if they do, then you can spam the other lane. As you can see here, the game is pretty even. I'm trying to don't do risky plays. Most of the times I will do like just these kind of pushes, like, and they're not risky because look how much elixir he needs to spend. Like, look at this. He's still wasting elixir, and of course I can always use my Little Prince ability. That's like always good. We're like kinda even, and with my ability I can just pretty much clean everything. Look at this up. Ooh, baby, like I knew he will he will put the skellies over there just to defend the Expo, because it was a good play. And at the pro level, of course, you gotta think, oh well, this is a good play. Will I do this play? And if you think, yeah, I will do that, then you try to predict that play, of course. So for example here, against Expo, I won't do P.E.K.K.A. pushes like all the way in the back, because then he can punish me easy and then defend. If the opponent is pretty skilled, he can defend quite easy. So for example here, I go at the reach again. I go with Little Prince because once I kill the knight, then it's pretty hard for him to stop my guardian, the Little Prince ability, right? So I'm trying to get into that scenario where I can just deal a lot of damage with my Evo Bomber. So as you can see now, I have 2 Evos, but I don't want to cycle them, of course, because then he can kill them quite easy. So I will just cycle my Mother Witch. I make him use the Fireball on the Mother Witch, which was a good play, you know. But now, as you can see, I was trying to make a push in the right, but I couldn't do it. So I just Evo Sap here. Try to take down the Expo, as you can see, but P.E.K.K.A. range is just nuts, so I kill that. And yet again, I'm just trying to get in the scenario where I can do the push that I want to get in my head. So as you can see here, I put my Mother Witch down. He doesn't have enough elixir, so I can start generating more piggies and then build an elixir advantage. Of course, he does a pretty aggressive Evo Bomber, which I killed it quite easy. And now I have counter push, so I decide to go Battle Ram again at the bridge. I try to kill the Tesla as soon as I can. I do the ability, and this is where I get my Evo Bomber. As you can see, I get like 1 bounce in tower. Then I do an amazing sap. I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting that. He also didn't have anything in cycle. So then I deal all my damage, and it was insane. As you can see here, we got multiple towers to get to tower and deal damage, like Battle Ram, Ghost. We have the piggies from the Mother Witch. We have the Evo Bomber. Evo Sap is also great to make those pushes connect and go straight to the tower. And of course, P.E.K.K.A., which is always a big threat. As you can see here, 400 HP. But then this happened. Like, oh my god! Like, not gonna lie, I just hesitated for a second, and you know, like 1 second is enough to lose against Expo. So at this moment, I was like, damn, I knew I messed up, but I just let it go. I was like, okay, I survived this push, I need to survive the next one, and then I will get the game. Whenever you do a mistake in Clash Royale, it's okay, just let it go, it's fine. We will always do mistakes, but the most important thing, not only in Clash Royale but also in life, is what are we going to do after those mistakes. and we need to come back and of course learn from it, you know. So here, as you can see here, I defend. We were now in triple elixir. Well, thank God that Evo Bomber was dead by the night. And then he was cycling Fireball, so I was like, okay, I can spell out my opponent because look, the Evo Sap is just amazing. It's just like a Fireball for 2 elixir. So I pretty much just spam, try to cycle to my Evo Sap. I put down the Ghost, and as you can see here, we got the win, and that was pretty amazing. So GG's to my opponent. He's pretty good, of course. And I'm gonna show you this last match before we go to play some live games, and I'm gonna show you this PEKKA mirror match. This guy is a one trick of PEKKA breach spam. Me, I won't say I'm a one trick of PEKKA, but I'll say I'm pretty good. I finished top 50 in the world, so I pretty much defend his attack, but I'm gonna show you like the greatest push ever that I did. So for example, here I punish my opponent because he attack. Whenever you play against PEKKA breach spam, and if you go in the back, and if the opponent goes at the breach, you need to defend, take some damage, and then just make that little defense and the damage you sack into a big push. That's pretty important for PEKKA mirror matches, or against Mega Knight. That works too. So for example, here I use my princess, my little prince ability just to get down his PEKKA, and then he pushed. That was a pretty bad mistake because then I can just PEKKA and I can just trade 11 elixir for 7. But look at this, I battle ram into his PEKKA just to save my PEKKA from all the other mommy PEKKA shots, and that was pretty good. Whenever you have a big PEKKA from the counter push, especially if you kill a PEKKA, then I did this, so I can cycle to my Evo Bomber. As you can see here, he needs to put down troops. He weighs 3 and 2, he weighs 5 just to barely survive with the Mother Witch. So this is where my big push comes to basically insane push. So look at this, I cycle my Mother Witch. Why? Because whoever protects the Mother Witch will win. So he does PEKKA in the back, so then I do PEKKA to protect my Mother Witch. And now in my head is like, look at my hand, I have Valoram, I have Little Prince, and I have both of my evolutions. He has a PEKKA down the lane. If he wants to kill my Evo Bomber, he needs to arrow my Evo Bomber. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do this pro tip, and this pro tip is pretty good. If you guys didn't know it, now you know it, and of course leave a like if you like it. I use my Little Prince and I put it in front of the battle ram, so the battle ram pushes the Little Prince, and then I use the ability, so I get my Guardian straight into tower. I use the Evo Sap to kill the Mother Witch, while in the other lane I use my Evo Bomber. So now I just gotta get down my Mother Witch. I just defend the PEKKA. I don't think it was even needed, to be honest. So at the end, just to defend, Big Mama PEKKA is just going to help me here. We basically kill everything. Big Mama PEKKA is just tanking a lot. So as you can see here, we take the W and we beat this guy. And of course I gotta BM him because he was BMing me the whole season. So that was revenge. I mean, you know, it served Skull. So now we gotta play some games. Let's go straight into GC. Or no, actually we can play ladder. So let's go with ladder. The season just got reset, so it will be also a perfect sample to show you how to play PEKKA breach spam. Also, which tower is the best? You can use like also pretty much any tower. Like Princess Tower, I will say it's the standard, and it works just as good because it just counters Graveyard so good. And also Cannoneer is great. It will be even greater if you play against a Mega Knight or another PEKKA deck or any beatdown push. Of course, will be worst against bait. I'll say against bait, the dagger is the best, or if not, you can use Princess Tower. So let's see, we're playing against. I thought he would balloon for a second. All right, that's pretty good. It was a 3 elixir PEKKA, and this is when we got to make. Oh, come on! Oh, really? You know what, I gotta sap this. I think we'll just let die the push, but even then, this is like a lot of commitment from him if he wants to stop this, of course. Let's go battle ram other lane. I think we already take down the right tower, and I think we might just take the left tower too against Alex, my friend. Yeah, Evo Bomber is just insane. Of course, we got to play with the Evo battle ram. I haven't used it, so I think it will be pretty great. The thing is, like, you can use Evo battle ram. I think in a big PEKKA push is just pretty hard to stop. But also, if you don't have Evo Valorant, I think Evo Sap and Evo Bomber is just as good as Evo Valorant version. Like, definitely, you don't miss out anything. I mean, I think this deck is just great by itself. If you don't have Evo Bomber, I'll say maybe you can use Archers, but Evo Bomber is just so good because it's just 2 elixir, and the fact that it can bounce in pretty much anything that they want to use to defend the PEKKA is just insane. So all right, looks like we will win the next game. I mean, it's just the reset of the season, so these games should be quite easy for us. But the thing is, I want to show you how to play even better PEKKA. So if you do enjoy the content, please make sure to like and subscribe. So let's go again to another game, and we're against Kira. Of course, expect to see more PEKKA gameplay soon in this channel. If you do enjoy PEKKA, please make sure to subscribe. Also give me a like. We're gonna use Mother Witch here, and look how we're gonna use it. Nice. It will make 2 piggies out of the 3 goblins, so that's always pretty good. Okay, he did a pretty bad mistake. He just put he was on top of the Mother Witch, so we will just let die the bomber. And you know what? Okay, he has Mega Knight. Okay, this is great. This is great. So what we're gonna do here, I don't want to leak more elixir, so I will use just my PEKKA right here, and then I will try to make a double lane push, because as you can see, he's already down in elixir. I'll say that this was like a 3 elixir PEKKA. And we're gonna use the pro tip actually. You know what? I'm gonna let that go. And we're gonna use Valorant here. We're gonna use the little prince here. Oh, I think it moved some. Alright. That should clean up everything. I'm gonna sap this 1, 2, 3. I usually like to wait around 3 to 4 seconds whenever he's about to get on tower, because then I can fully counter it without taking the most damage. So I wasn't really expecting the Inferno Dragon. He's laughing. We're down just a little bit in damage. So let's see what he uses for this ghost. All right. I won't use my bomber. I think Evo Bomber is pretty good in these situations, but that will be just like a waste to elixir, and then I won't be able to afford to my PEKKA. So I'll use my PEKKA right now. Yep. And the thing is, like, he has Inferno Dragon. We don't really have much against Inferno Dragon. If you're playing against a lot of Inferno Dragons, you can also make sure you use Ewis. I think Ewis is great. So I think I will just let that go. It's hard to let you go, but I gotta do it, mama. All right. We got in the next push, we got the Evo Sap, and that's just great. Okay, I'm gonna use my Battle Ram here just to kite, and then look what. Oof, this is perfect. Now we're gonna use Evo Bomber. Evo Bomber is gonna get splashed, yeah, on tower. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna use Mother Witch, and we're gonna make this guy into a piggy. I'm gonna use my ability ASAP. Yeah, now he has to choose maybe Valkyrie here. All right, he will use, yeah, I'm gonna sap it just basically so I can take tower. Yep, Bomber, he uses Mega Knight. Okay, it's fine. You know what, he's gonna take a while in that lane, so I'm just gonna cycle my Battle Ram here. And I'm gonna use my PEKKA in this side. Yep. Okay. Oh, that was pretty good. I'm gonna use my Evo Sap. Yeah, just for the nuts. Yep. And we gotta take another W. As you can see here, even though we are like in low leagues, you know, like low trophies, this deck just works like at just basically any level. If you want to get if you wanna get past any arena, you can just change the cards that you wanna use in that arena. So for example, if you don't have Mother Witch, you can use Ewis, you can use Musketeer, you can use Archers, you can use Baby Dragon. Just adapt the deck to the cards you have at your best level, I'll say, and also the cards you're the most comfortable with it. So all right. Next game against Mohamed Light. Well, it's not Mohamed Light, but it's maybe his cousin. You know, you never know. So, all right, it's Sparky. Oh man, this guy has no chills. All right, let's go with Mother Witch right here, and I think I'll use my PEKKA. Nice. Bye bye. Oh no, that was the bowler. That was the bowler. So let's see what is he gonna do. I mean, I think we pretty much won. Let's see. I mean, this push seems big enough to make anyone scream. So I will use my Little Prince ability, and that's why Little Prince is so good in PEKKA Breach Spam, because it allows us to get another Breach Spam unit or pressure card. I don't know, whatever you want to say. And that's just like priceless, because we have a 3 Elixir Dark Goblin, and then we have a Knight the Bandit combo with the with the ability. So now I'm gonna cycle my bomber. He comes again with the Sparky. All right, so I don't really want to cycle the sap. I will get to my Evo soon, but I want to get my sap. For example, if he comes with Goblin Giant here, I can just sap the Sparky and then use PEKKA. So for example here, I will just go PEKKA right here. Nice, nice. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. He will shoot and then he will retarget to the Now we're gonna use our ghost. We're gonna take advantage that the Piggy is tanking and then the PEKKA will tank. Then he has to put a mini PEKKA, and oh man, I was about to say we could use Evo Bomber, but my guy was just dead. All right, perfect. Now we have Evo Bomber, and I really want to use Evo Bomber at the bridge, just so you guys can see that how stupidly powered the Evo Bomber is. I mean, if we get, oh man. I'm gonna cycle my Little Prince in the other lane so I can block the left lane, and then I can just if he wants to come over here, look. Oh man, yeah. I mean, it's just so good. It's just so good. That's why I love this deck so much. I mean, you got a lot of ways to counterplay your opponents, and not only that, it's pretty fun also to play PEKKA. You know, it's a deck that has been dead for so many years. Look the range. Look the range of the PEKKA. I mean, it's just insane. So this was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.